The weather is beautiful outside the rink today. The play not so much, but the locker room doctor Mike Evans is here to talk shop, health, and hockey. If you've been skipping out from seeing your doctor for the last year or 5, you might want to at least stay tuned for the next couple of minutes. The topic of discussion in the locker room today is refueling after the game, what you should and shouldn't be drinking after a hard skate.
So, Dr. Mike, what should I be drinking?
Well, let's just start with what are you drinking?
I might have a couple of beers after a game. It depends. If it's an early game, I might have 2 or 3.
Yeah. So what's a typical experience for you though? Like 3 or more?
I guess 3 or more.
So in medical school, we're always taught to sort of double whatever a patient tells us. So would that be accurate, do you think, or no?
Can we do this over? So, drinking after a game, advisable?
Yeah, I think water's fine.
Water.
So after the game, what's the best way to refuel? I take it a couple beers is not the likely course of action.
Oh, come on.
The best. Maybe not the best.
Perfect.
But it's a good course.
It's the best.
It depends on your outcome. There's a lot to be said for social networks. So I think 1 or 2 beers is fine. As one of my patients says, well, I have a few carrot sticks with my chicken wings. Technically, the best thing after is protein. So it's kind of rebuilding your muscles. So every time you work out like crazy. So that's a handful of almonds, some legumes. Some people wonder about chocolate milk. It's got the perfect mix of kind of protein and carbs. But some of the nutrition people say that's like having a candy apple, if you know what I mean. You don't need the sugar in there, and milk is fine. So Gatorade? So there's one trial, it randomized Gatorade versus coconut water versus just plain water. And these guys worked out pretty hard, so they lost like 3 kilograms of sweat, like a lot of sweat. And they looked at a whole bunch of performance markers and everything else. They were all completely the same. And the Gatorade has like 9 teaspoons of sugar in it. So water was just as good as anything.
What about hydrating before games? How many glasses of water should you drink? I always find when I drink glasses of water, I always feel better, but I don't know if that's a placebo or not.
I think it sort of depends on your style. Some people like to drink a lot during the game. It's a nice cool down thing for them, and that's great. The more you can drink, the better. There isn't that whole kind of, I have to drink 8 cups a day. It's really your body's so smart that just look at your urine. If it's clear, you're doing fine.